If you are not capable of going on a date without talking about your ex, you are not ready to date yet. When you're out on a date, it needs to be about you and that person and nobody else from your past. If someone asks you a question about your past relationship and you can't succinctly say, oh, it ended 3 months ago or it ended 6 months ago, then you really need to heal those emotions before you can be going out and being around other people. And even if you are still struggling with those emotions, do not talk about it in any way whatsoever, because it's going to show on your face, it's going to show in your eyes, and you're going to relive those emotions as you're talking about it, and it's going to create distance between you and your date. When you talk about your exes, whether you're still emotionally involved with them or not, the message that you're sending to your date is that you're not emotionally open and that you're still hung up on your ex, or that you're constantly going to be comparing them to your ex. And when you're telling stories, maybe you are past the relationship, but you just have been a serial monogamist and you've had a lot of relationships, or maybe you've been with one person for 20 years and now you're recently divorced. I understand that all your experiences are mostly with this other person, but they're your experiences, and it's not about who you shared them with. It's just about your experience. So if you're telling a story about, some funny little thing that happened or some great vacation that you took, omit who you took it with. It's not about who you took the vacation with, or at least it shouldn't be. It's about your experience on that vacation. And really make a conscious effort to stop talking about ex relationships. Do not define yourself by your past relationship. This new person is trying to get to know you, what you like, who you are, and how you're sexy. And when you are talking about some other person, you are not sexy to them, you're annoying. And you don't want to annoy your new date. Maybe you feel like you're connecting with this person and you feel like you can open up and share anything with them, but not anything emotional or that's involving an ex or past relationship. And maybe you feel like you want this person to know how much pain you've been through so that they don't put you through that much pain. But that's a conversation for a later date. Use the checklist to choose somebody who has had their heart broken, who keeps their promises, who their word's important to them, who monogamy is important to them. All those things you can choose in the compatibility checklist. Do not talk about them on a first date. And I do know that some people use it as a boundary, that if they're not interested in the person, it's easier to just start talking about some ex instead of have to say, I'm not really interested in you. But it's a bad habit to get into. Really, dating is like practice. If you're out on a date with somebody and you're not interested in that person, use it as practice so that when you are on a date with somebody that you do really like, you're comfortable and you have a pattern of how you behave. And that should only be about you. You can succinctly talk about family members or friends if it's not an opposite sex friend. But I think really keep your conversation about any experiences that you had with other people. It's irrelevant who you were with. It's about you. You need to show your date that you're open and available and ready to start a relationship with them if you have chemistry. You need to clear your exes out of your vocabulary, which will take them out of your mind and your heart, so that you can be available to meet someone new.